How could we deny that? They're going as a Portage High School school. It states on their website. Look at their website. They're going as Portage High Township School. I don't care how many. If the whole ROTC goes there the whole time, as long as they don't represent Portage Township Schools, I don't care if they go there by themselves, with their family, with their neighbors. The issue is they're representing our school.
I think you could find some real argument against that, because
Sounds
it
like
is
censure
a
to
political thing,
get
and
into.
I don't believe RC is political. It's
They
non-political,
are not.
so it would go to any of them. It just strikes me as freedom of speech or freedom of expression. Thanks.
Thank you, Mrs.
Thank
Black.
you.
You can't.
Well, I think you can decide what activities the kids participate in.
Mr. Burr, I would ask
They have the authority to do that.
one question I have, Mr. Burr, and that is the principal's role in this decision-making. Is it warranted for that meeting or not?
I will have Principal Swickard there so she can answer any question about what this process was.
Okay. Thank you.
And Sally, can you make sure that this website, where the Portage High School School is advertised on this website, goes out to everybody?
I think we have to be really careful, because the conversation I'm hearing, the word censure pops into my mind, and I think that's something that we have to be very aware of. And it's going to be an interesting meeting, I'm sure, but I think that's something also that we have to be aware of.
Well, I'm sure Greg will do some legal research on this and have those answers for us before we have that meeting, I'm assuming.
Does the
Can that
board
be
want
done?
Attorney Sapkowski at the meeting?
Well, if he could have the answers, those answers for, is it a constitutional issue? And what constitutional issues come under this for us as a board, if we do decide to say no? Because they're all constitutional issues, so freedom of speech, censure, you can name them off.
Well, it's something that we're a public entity, we have to be aware of.
But have him research it then.
To put Portage High School on a website like that, anybody can put that on there?
You know what people can do to put up things on a web. Yes. Yes, they can.
Do you have anything else? Is there anything else to come before the board tonight? Yes, ma'am.
I like the lady over there. I'm not even going to try. I was here last, I was here. Our spokesperson, Francis Vega, could not make it.
Do not be confused. This is not about the junior ROTC not posting the colors at our Tea Party. This is about personal integrity and accountable representation. Cheryl Oprisko made grossly distorted, completely fabricated accusations about NorthWest Indiana Patriots, to which I am the founder. I would be remiss not to address this with full vigor. As you have seen, Cheryl has already influenced more than one attendee in that room. She states she did her research and claims, through her own investigation, found defaming information of me on NWIPatriots.com. This is an absolute lie. She speaks of me publicizing the junior ROTC cadets escorting the colors into our event, but does in a fashion that leaves the uninformed to believe I stole the idea. The fact is, I obtained permission from the major of the cadets to publicize this, proudly. You saw in that video where Cheryl Oprisko states, as if it were a fact, that NorthWest Indiana Patriots incite violence, and this Tea Party is responsible for violence across the country. Unequivocally, there is absolutely no evidence of that. It's an absolute lie. I led an email campaign to address the entire school board regarding Cheryl Oprisko's statements. You also saw where there is some effort to set up a special meeting for Cheryl Oprisko's motion. Date set and canceled. Cheryl Oprisko called Washington. This story has gone nationwide because of Cheryl Oprisko's extreme concerns for the junior ROTC cadets. She refers to the cadets as children. And I commend the woman who stood up and said, and I quote, "They do have a right to learn about these different organizations and different political things because they are growing. They're in high school. And once they graduate, they're adults and they could vote. They could go to war. They could die for our country. So they have a right to know about all this." End quote. Cheryl Oprisko interrupts as she reiterates that she has made a motion on the floor because she has extreme concerns for this image of the school, should they be permitted to post the colors. I question what Cheryl Oprisko thinks of the image she has projected because of her own behavior and how that image consequently reflects on the school and the school board. I believe her credibility is at stake. I question Cheryl's real motives, as I believe they are about her own political aspirations and political beliefs. Cheryl Oprisko's grossly distorted, derogatory, fabricated accusations are an attempt to tarnish and destroy the integrity of myself and also NorthWest Indiana Patriots. Some ask me why I refuse to stand down. Because we are silent no more, and honor and integrity are at stake, and I will never stand down when falsely accused. We Patriots have yet been granted the opportunity to face our accuser. The right to face our accuser is granted to each one of us in the Bill of Rights. Confrontation Clause, 6th Amendment. The school board bylaws seem to be superseding the Constitution of the United States of America. They won't allow citizens outside their district to be heard. A board member asks about protection of the school board, and the attorney of the school board was to research on their free speech and censorship. I repeat, I will never stand down when falsely accused. Cheryl Oprisko is an elected school board member. We, the people, voted. We will again in November. I will lead the campaign to vote her out. God bless America. Freedom.